Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Murno Ravenberg here again. I'm going to do a quick video this time, just to give you guys a reminder. Um, I think most of you have heard of the saying by King Solomon, "He that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. For in much wisdom there lies much pain and grief." And for those of you that haven't, you can just look it up, or better yet, you know what? I'm just gonna attach a link in the article below. Okay, in description of this, not the article, sorry, in the description of this video below, I'm just going to add an article on that so that you know what that is. It's a proverb basically. For those of you that don't know, again, uttered by King Solomon, the biblical wise king, and so on. And what it comes down to is that he that increaseth knowledge literally increaseth sorrow. The more you know, the unhappier you become, or the more melancholic you become. You increase a certain level of melancholy within yourself, so you become more serious and so on. And a lot of people, scientists even, will confirm this, okay? Without even trying, I have, over the course of my life, I've seen several posts that support this. And I also remember seeing a post by a scientist once that said, in my entire life, I have to meet yet one person, one intelligent person that is happy. Okay? And what that scientist basically meant is that in his entire life, he hasn't seen one single person that's happy, one single intellectual person that's happy. And that's normal, okay? Again, there are numerous other topics or examples that support this. So this isn't just some kind of wild theory or some kind of unproven theory. This is cold hard fact. That's why the phrase, the English phrase, ignorance is bliss, also exists. Okay, it literally hints at the fact that ignorance equals happiness. Basically, the dumber you are, the happier you are. Okay, and adversely, the more intellectual and the more knowledgeable you are on the world overall, the unhappier you are. I'm not unhappy, but I will be honest, based on everything in my entire existence, my entire life, I should be unhappy, but nevertheless, I'm not unhappy. But specifically occult-wise, okay, for those of you that haven't geared up yet, so to speak, for those of you that are still planning on jumping on the occult bandwagon and are serious, or at least semi-serious about doing so, one other thing that you need to keep in mind is that, the more enlightened you become, or even if you reach enlightenment, then you can expect to be in a more serious or unhappy, in not a bad mood, but a more melancholic mood overall. So again, if you're happy right now and you attach more happiness, more value to being happy, and not knowing what tomorrow will bring, and simply being happy because of that, in a metaphorical sense, or so to speak. Crap. Sorry, cell phone. Then I would not suggest that you go for the occult. If you attach more value to being happy and ignorant, then in an occult sense, then the opposite, okay? If you favor your happiness over the occult, then don't get into the occult to begin with. But then again, you wouldn't be watching this video. My point simply is that, believe me, if you truly reach a certain level of enlightenment like I have, if you truly accomplish a whole lot in your life occult-wise, you better believe it's going to, hence me sighing right now, you better believe that it's going to take its toll on you mentally. Okay, make no mistake, okay, happiness does not lie within the occult, but that's okay. I would much rather be unhappy, okay? I would much rather be miserable, absolutely miserable, and know how the universe works and how the world works like I do right now, to a certain point or up to a certain extent, than the opposite. Be as stupid as a doorknob and as useless as one in an abandoned building, but not know how the world works, being absolutely stupid but happy. So being absolutely stupid but happy as a clam, literally just skipping over the streets and just living like an imbecile, a grade A imbecile. That's no way to live. That's no way to exist, to be honest, as a human being. That the very idea is just appalling to me. it just sends shivers down my spine. So yeah, that's something that you need to keep in mind. Hence King Solomon itself saying it, and most occultists out there, Western occultists, being at a basic level, at the very least at a basic level, familiar with Solomonic occultism or Solomonic magic. I mean, practically every Western occultist or wannabe occultist out there is familiar with Solomonic magic. Okay? The Lesser Key of Solomon is one of the best known occult books in Western occultism. So, again, every imbecile has heard of that. Even non-Westerners have heard of that. Even Arabs have heard of it, you name it. Islamists, you name it. So that's my point. My point is, regardless of which occult path you walk down on, or which occult road you choose to take, okay, make no mistake, everything comes at the cost of something else, okay? If you want to become enlightened, you truly want to know how the universe works, you want to know what the meaning of existence is, and you want to be able to communicate with higher beings, whether it be pagan gods or angels or demons and whatnot, it will come at the cost of some happiness. Not saying that you're going to be completely miserable, but it will definitely take its toll on your happiness level, to put it that way. And you'll become more serious, like me. And I have no regrets, okay? It might sound like I have, but I have no regrets. And it is going to weigh heavily on your soul. It is going to weigh on your soul. Okay? That's one of the reasons that I sigh regularly. I don't sigh because I'm unhappy or tired, or because I have worries or something to that equivalency. Not at all, okay? I just sigh because it takes its toll on me. In my personal, just to take me as an example, okay? In my own personal life, energy manifests partially through here. It's like when you're stressed. When you're stressed, you can feel a burning sensation on your shoulders. And you know that the pain is more mental, it's not physical. It might feel physical, but even if you were to touch your shoulders, it would hurt a bit. But despite the fact that there's nothing wrong with your shoulders physically, near your neck, you name it. That's simply what you're feeling, is simply astral pain. Okay, it's astral energy that's causing that burning sensation. That's why stress is a negative energy. Stress is negative astral energy caused on by some kind of mental pressure that's being exerted upon you, or something to that extent. And it's the same thing, okay? With the heavier you practice and the more adept you become, the bigger the toll it is. Generally speaking, the stronger the toll, or the bigger the toll it is that it takes on you as a person. It takes an incredible toll upon you mentally, and it weighs heavily on your soul, so to speak. So yeah, that's definitely something that you need to keep in mind, and something that you need to watch out for even. Not that there's anything you can do about it, okay? Listen, in my case, personally, I have a karmic personality, so the heavier I practice, the more intense these symptoms manifest themselves. And I'm no pain, no gain. I literally have I figuratively speaking have no brake, okay? I have no brake pedal, to put it that way, in my occult practices. I am literally I'm all or nothing. I'm the all or nothing type. I will put everything on the line, even my life itself, just for the sake of having this, just for the sake of divinity, and for the sake of being close to God and everything. It is, you'll have to excuse me, I'm just chewing gum. I hope it doesn't bother you guys. But even if it does bother you, you're shit out of luck. End of story. So yeah, so that's simply something that I wanted to point out at you guys. This thought occurred to me yesterday. I was just on my balcony. I was just thinking about all of this, and the idea came to me while I was sighing. And it doesn't matter what you do, okay? I remember also going to going to a massage therapist just for a relaxed massage, and the guy massaged here even, okay? The guy even massaged here. I mean, he massaged here thoroughly, my shoulders, but still, that pain there, or that feeling of heaviness, won't go away. And my patron was right there with me. He told me the guy can massage all he wants there. That's not going to go away, Moreno, because that's simply that is simply how that energy that flows through you, the spiritual or astral energy, manifests itself through your hands, your legs, and so on. But specifically your shoulders, that's where all energy is basically stored, okay? That leads up to your head, and that's not going to go away. So the guy can massage there all he wants to. And yeah, I remember the guy massaging there, and it did hurt a bit, okay, because he massaged there intensely, and it hurt. It still hurt significantly, okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. It hurt significantly. But still, the pain didn't go away. Not that I expected it to. Sometimes I do wish that I had some alleviation. Okay, I wish that the pain would decrease a bit, but it's okay. And it's not pain, it's not literal pain. I can feel it right now. It's just pressure. Even if you were to touch me here, you would sense the energy if you were to leave your hands on my shoulders for a minute or two. It still hurts a bit if I touch it, if I really put pressure on it, but not so much to the point where it seriously hurts. It just hurts in a minor bit. I can feel it burning again a bit. This is just normal, okay? For me, this is literally normal. I've been this way for years. I've lived this way for years. With this energy, I mean. I've lived this way for ages, So yeah, that's simply something that you need to keep in mind. Again, like Solomon said, there's also another saying, no pain, no gain. Again, all of these sayings, all of these phrases, okay, didn't just come falling out of the sky. All of this stuff has been uttered for a reason in the past by people, and it's based on experience more rather than knowledge. It's based on experience rather than knowledge, okay? Again, literally, there's no pain, no gain, okay? And there is a price card attached to everything, okay? Nothing in this world is free, okay? Or at the very least, most things in this world are not free. So yeah, just like Solomon said, he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow, and in much wisdom lies much grief, okay? And there lies much pain. A simple example, you can compare it to someone that knows when the world is going to end. Imagine that, you actually knowing through some kind of, through some kind of event, knowing for sure that the world would end next year, for example. Compare yourself in that case to someone that doesn't know that and that just goes through life living from moment to moment, being as happy as a clam and just smiling like an idiot. And you, on the other hand, are you seriously going to be smiling like that person? No, of course not. Knowing what you know, it's like the saying, what has been seen can be unseen, and what has been known cannot be unknown, okay? You can't just erase your memory and erase that. And I think most people don't want to, okay? If you literally knew when the world was going to end, you would literally be all serious, okay? And you'd start making preparations, and you'd start being all serious about your life, and the hereafter. I don't know, maybe you try to make some desperate attempt to atone for your sins and stuff like that. That's my point. You do things like that, okay? You would resort to doing things like that. Every person would go about it in a different way. But very few people, I think, no person in the world would just go on and keep smiling and just go about their daily routine. Nah, it's that's a heavy load to be that has been dumped upon you, and a lot of people would honestly become dead serious. Oh my God, the world is going to end next year. They'd be dead serious about their lives, okay? No more time for fun and games and stuff like that. So bottom line is that you need to choose, okay? Take your pick. It's either happiness or the occult, or a divinity, to put it that way, occult divinity. And again, I have found that perfect balance. I'm not unhappy. I'm already a serious person by nature, and people have told me in the past that I need to smile more and so on. These people don't know what I know, and these people are not where I am, okay? I'm not some dunce that just cares only about lollipops and rainbows and so on. I know what lies beyond that rainbow, okay? I know what lies behind that rainbow and beyond. And once you know that, then there's no going back, okay? Not that I was ever a person that smiled too much to begin with. I was always serious-minded. Again, I was a born and bred occultist, so for me it was all about, I was always fascinated, and the occult made me smile. If there's one thing that made me smile, it's the paranormal and the occult. I always felt attracted to these things ever since day one. So I was always a melancholic person, even now. I mean, I do smile, but when I smile, it's a genuine smile. It's a smile or a laugh at something that is genuinely funny. which I like better, okay? Otherwise, it's just a fake smile. You're making some pathetic attempt or some fake attempt to laugh at something when you're not genuinely feeling it, you know? You're not genuinely amused by what you saw or what you heard. But with me, I've always, I love that side of myself, okay? I've always been serious minded and more melancholic in nature. I'm more about results and getting work done and building bridges, so to speak, and being serious just being serious overall. And I just liked it that way. I just like it that way. I love my serious side. That's also the side that I feed the most. That's my Martian side. Okay. The two zodiac signs that have a profound, significant effect upon me are Libra and Scorpio. At a first glance, I'm a Libra, okay, and with Scorpio in the background. But at a second glance, the devil lies in the details. Scorpio still wins out, and that my Scorpio side, that's my Martian side, okay, wins out over my Venusian side. And not only that, my Martian side is the side that I feed the most for obvious reasons. Those of you that know me do know this, and that it's pretty obvious since my patron is the Archangel Samael. So my serious side, my destructive side, my hateful side is the side that I feed the most, to be honest. Hateful not in a negative way, hateful as in literally just destructive and powerful way. And that's just the side that I feed the most, and that's the way I like it. That's why other people are basically, not that they're bothered by other people, but other people are a bit, a bit distant because of my intimidating personality, my intimidating persona. But I love it, I cherish it. That's why most of my profile pictures on social media and so on are more serious based or serious oriented. I put on a serious face because that's just my normal face, that's who I am. Every now and then you'll see my Venusian side pop up, and I'll genuinely smile or radiate or emit peacefulness and calmness and be overall appealing, But in general, no, I'm a Martian at heart, and that's the side that I feed the most. I love being a Martian.